supersymmetry should be broken in the realistic signatures, and there are several supersymmetry breaking models. There are two types. First of all, explicit supersymmetry breaking by adding the supersymmetry breaking term. There is some soft supersymmetry breaking, which does not interferes some hierarchy problem of the hierarchy problem of the scalar mass. And there are case mediated supersymmetric breaking or minimal supergravity mediated breaking mechanism exists because soft supersymmetric breaking contains many parameters, but instead such GMSB and supergravities symmetric breaking has few parameters. The second side of the supersymmetric breaking is a spontaneous supersymmetric breaking. In the standard model, there is also spontaneous symmetric breaking with the Higgs mechanism. When the Higgs bound is not equal to the joules, such a symmetry of the vacuum size to make the symmetric breaking in the standard model. But in the case of the supersymmetry, if the minimum of the potential is not equal to the joules, is to make the spontaneous symmetric breaking. And there are two types of the spontaneous symmetric breaking, first of T term, and second was the up terms. We already discussed the up term supersymmetric breaking in the last video, but we'll focus on T term symmetric breaking to the next videos. So, first of all, for simplicity, I don't consider that the Higgs superfield instead the alpha cosine of the just supersymmetric QED boson. It contains the superfield trunks, which corresponds to the field trunks as a kinetic term for the vector superfields, and the gauge interaction term. The V is a vector superfield, and the power is a Kähler superfield, and the mass term for the Kähler superfield. So such a V terms correspond to the gauge boson and the gauge in the field, and the pi is a some matter field represented as the Kähler superfields. And we can ask the such a V term, which is the vector superfield of the D, and it makes the breakings of the supersymmetry. So if we expand this sort of the such as Fi so-called Fi term to the supersymmetry QED, then there will be the kinetic part of the gauge nodes and the gauge boson, and the standard model interaction part, interaction between the gauge bosons, covariant derivative and the spin 1/2, covariant derivative and the scalar field, and the supersymmetric interaction, gauge node, fermion scalar interactions, like such a diagram, and some of the mass term and the up term, and the auxiliary fields term with the up and the D from the vector superfield and the Kähler superfield respectively. And we can remove the such auxiliary field by the equation motion because F and the D, such auxiliary field not contains the kinetic term. And from that we can extract the scalar potential part, which is depends of the pi 1 and pi 2 of the scalar components of the Kähler superfield. And if we calculate sort of the extrema of the potential to find the minimum, and if the such a at the minimum potential has a non-zero value, then the supersymmetry can break in. And also from the above, there are the small deviation and oscillation, and from such a non-zero path, gauge bosons and other particles can abstain their mass by such a path. The theory is specific, we will focus on the calculation of the D-term supersymmetry breaking with the biased equilibrium system such as BI term. So, what did we discuss? Gauge, kinetic term and the gauge with kinetic term from the superfield strength, and the interaction gives the standard models in interactions and the supersymmetric version of the interactions, and there's a Ki term. And mass term for the scholarship of this. And if we extract the scalar component potential part from the Fi term, there will be the kappa d, these doctoral bits, and from the gauge in not gauge from the kinetic term, I mean the superfield strength, there will be this K term. And from the gauge interaction term, such a term will be appear, and from the mass of the scholarship fields, such a term will be appear. And we should remove the D term by the equation of motions with long motions. There will be the D square term, so is only linear equation for the D. So we can express of the octagonal field D in terms of the other scalar field. It's by pi I, pi 1 and pi 2. So we can remove the D octagonal field. So scalar fields functions that becomes only functions of the small pi I. And there are parameters kappa, which is from the Ki term, and Z, which come from the gauge interaction term, and mass from the scholarship fields mass term. And there are two cases. First of all, if the arm scales are greater than mck, then the potentials are just only one minimum so that the pi is equal to 0. And the otherwise, mk is less than the gk. The potentials has a symmetry with the vacuum if we choose the specific vacuum expectation value. But the point is the both case, the minimum of the potential is not equal to 0. So supersymmetry can be spontaneously broken. And also, if we choose a specific non-zero path of the D term, and there are some small deviation from such a path, then it can give the mass for the gauge boson and scalar mass. And maybe it's the next video we discuss again about the atom breaking. It's specific calculations of the potentials.